Okay, so today I'm back at my local reservoir. Not fishing for pike today, we're fishing for carp, and they are a bit tricky, so this will probably be put together over a few days. The only thing that's got me interested fishing back here really, apart from the pike, for the carp is I had a walk round a few years ago, and I'd not walked around for, I don't know, 9 or 10 years at least. When I did have a walk around, I saw a koi carp, and I thought there was something familiar about it. So carried on walking, saw another one, and I thought then I'd definitely recognise that fish. Then I saw another one, then it clicked where they'd come from. When my granddad had died, the people who had bought the house had obviously put the koi in his from his pond into here. When they're in his pond, they were sort of like 4, 5, 6 pound. Now there's I think there's 1 into 20s, but a lot of them are good doubles, and I'm really it would be nice to catch one. Used to feed them all the time as a kid, so yeah, it'd just be nice to get one, and we're getting a beep. I've got them coming up on the top out there. If I do see any of the koi close in, I'll try and get some film of them. Probably about 10 or 12 in here. There's a couple that I don't recognise, but yeah, I've just walked down this bank, and the fish were feeding all on this shallow area out in front of here. Just a lot of them cruising about. I've got a bottom bait out with some pellet, and then I've also put some floaters out because it is a nice warm afternoon, and they have been coming up for floaters. One of them looked a good fish. It was a really big mouth that came up, so hopefully we can snag one. Same as say, it'll probably be over a few days. So there's one of the koi. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, just in front of that ripple. Not sure if it's, oh, there's another one here, another one around to this side. Don't know if you can see that cruising about. Big white thing with a red head on it. See if that one's going to take a floater. Will he have one? Can't make his mind up. Well, they're both there together now. They are, look, taking mixers out there. They're having them now. Hopefully we can get a take. Okay, so after seeing them fish feeding, I put a zig out fishing on the surface. Not been in 5 minutes, had a screaming take, and I've got one in the net. Not what I was after. Nice common carp though. He's not huge. There he is, and I'll give him a little rest, and then we'll get him out and have a better look at him. Okay, so there we go. Nice chunky little common. Probably guessing at it, probably about 11 pound. Not what I was after. I'm after the koi, but this is more than welcome. Put up a really good fight. Absolutely ripped off the rod, did. Yeah, cracking little fish. Got scale missing on one side. Looks like it's healed over. But yeah, nice little fish. I'll get him put back, get cast back out, see if we can pick up one of those koi. But not bad. Only been down here probably 40 minutes. First fish of the day. Let her go down here. She's kicking already, so she's wanting to go. There she is. Cracking little fish. Little find a way out, and there she goes. Right, so the reason I'm fishing a zig is this wind keeps springing up, and with the normal floater gear I'd have to keep mending the line and reeling in, recasting. I can put the zig out there and it keeps it nice and stationary on the surface. So when the wind does spring up, I mean, the bait's out of position really, everything else is drifting about but the bait stays where it is. So the fish could sense there's something wrong with it. But the thing is, when the wind does spring up, the fish stop feeding, stop taking floaters. As soon as it drops calm, they're on them again straight away. So we've got a bit of wind on there now, bit of a ripple. The fish aren't feeding. I've not seen many for a while now, since this wind's been on. Keep seeing the odd koi cruising about. But yeah, we'll leave the bait out there till the wind starts to drop. Once it starts to drop, I'll put a few more freebies out around my bait, which is positioned just out there, and see if we can get another take. So, as I said, I'm fishing a zig rig. I've got the lead on a lead clip because I want the bolt effect when the fish pick up the bait. Then I've got a 4-foot long hook link where I'm fishing's probably about 3.5 foot long, and then on that I've got a tiny little 8mm boilie, and believe it or not, a size 12 hook, which a lot of people would think is really too small, but combined with that size bait, it's perfect. You always get a good hook hold with them, and it does the job quite well. The reason I'm fishing that is you just find I've found I get lots more takes fishing a smaller bait. Well, it's 5:30 now. I've not seen a fish for probably, I don't know, getting on for an hour, so they've definitely moved. You do find that they tend to stick together, so all I do when I come down here is I just keep walking around until I find the fish. As soon as I find the fish, get some baiting, get them feeding, and they're not too hard to catch. But this time of year they've been out, I mean, it's been cold all week. It's been a cold northerly, northeasterly wind. Is that a fish? No. And today we've had a bit of sun, and I did have the feeling that as soon as the sun came out they'd get into this shallow end of the reservoir. Found them sort of like just after halfway up. There is a big shallow patch that goes out here goes out probably 30 yards. It's only a couple of foot deep, and we've had the one, so I will have a walk. On my way back I'll have a look, see if I can see the fish again. If I do, I'll fish for them. If not, I'll catch on the next session. So I'm fishing 2 rods today. I've got them both fishing on the surface on zigs, and with this breeze that's on, I've got one out here, sort of like straight out in front of me. I'm putting baiting upwind, which is drifting down to the first one. The second rod I've got quite a way downwind, so that any bait that's drifting down, the fish are following it. You've sort of like got 2 baits in the zone, and all they're doing is moving up and down the line of bait. So I ain't got to worry about mending my line, I ain't got to worry about anything other than keeping the bait going in precisely. So there's not too much, there's just enough that it's making it down to second bait, and there's not too less either. You've got to get the fish interested, but I'm afraid when this ripples on they just won't take anything, so I'll have to wait for it to calm down again. Yeah, there we go. Nice common carp in the net. It is a nice fish. Right, well the hook's already out. That came out in the net. So see if it's going to behave. So there we go. A little bit bigger than yesterday's, probably about 12-13 pound this one. Didn't actually fight very well. The all same as the one yesterday. It's quite a thick fish. Got a good belly on it. It's quite wide across the back. So we'll get it put back in there and see if we can get them feeding again. Well, there she is, ready to go. Just sink now, let her get her head out of it. Come on, off you go. And she's away. Well, it looks like this breeze has set in for the day, so I'm going to call it quits. I've been here a couple of hours. I had the one when I first got here. Since then the wind's picked up. I've hardly seen any fish at all, so might come back down later this evening or might go to the pub. So gonna have to wait and see, get enough footage to put the video together, so probably the next time you see me will be on the next trip. Catch you later.